We all drown sometimes. I mean that metaphorically, of course. But we all drown. There are times that we just can't seem to break the surface and get a clear breath so that we can keep going. Sometimes we drown because we're tired and we can't lift ourselves out of the water. Sometimes we drown because there's just too much water above us and we can't seem to make it to the surface. And sometimes we drown because it feels like some monster is actively pulling us under. This wasn't in my plans for Mermay, but when the moment came to sit down and create something this week, I felt like I couldn't do what I had originally planned. I had to create something that spoke to me on some more fundamental level. I don't like wallowing in the difficulties of my life. I have spent too much of my life around people who were concerned about where their next meal was coming from or worried about where they were going to sleep that night. And when you've spent time around people who don't have the basic necessities, you start to understand and internalize how small your problems really are as long as you have what you need to survive. So I don't like dwelling on my difficulties because they seem insignificant compared to the people who are struggling to live. But sometimes it feels like I'm struggling to live, even if that struggle isn't for the basic necessities. And I find that I can't ignore it or pretend like everything's okay. I have to let it be a part of my life and the art that I create to express what I'm thinking and feeling on the inside. I suppose you could call this piece a self-portrait. I am both of the figures in this drawing. I am the woman who is being pulled down into the depths, away from the air she needs to survive. And I am the monster who is dragging her down. I don't think of my anxiety and depression as an external force. I think of them as a part of me. And sometimes they get control. Anyway, I don't really have too much else to say about this. That whole picture speaks 1,000 words. I just feel like the image explains everything that I might possibly say. I do like it. I like how it came out. It evokes what I wanted it to show. So, in that regard, I guess it's a good piece of art. But it just reflects a very hard feeling. And it's a feeling that I'm drowning in right now. The thing about anxiety and depression that everyone says is it gets better. And that is so true on a profound and fundamental level. Unfortunately, a lot of the times, those better moments come in tiny little increments where you find each day you can breathe a little bit better, and then one day you wake up and you realize you're not hurting as badly as you were. But every once in a while, you have sort of a blessed moment where something happens that breaks through some of the pain and despair that you're feeling, and it feels like you have a minute where your head breaks the surface and you catch a breath. And after I had created the first piece and recorded the voiceover for it, I had one of those moments. So instead of putting up the video as it was, I decided to draw a companion piece and record this right now. Because it's not just your own illness dragging you down to where you drown. It's also you fighting back until you pop up out of the white water and take a huge gasp of air. And that relief, when the air floods into your lungs, is inexpressible in words alone. So that's what this art piece is about. I don't really know that I have a whole lot more to say. For both of these, I put what I was feeling into the drawing, and I think even if I'm not the most brilliant artist in the world, I hope those feelings come through. I left some of my anxiety monster's tentacles in this image because it's not gone, and I haven't defeated it or driven it away or done it in. I just escaped it for a minute, and I don't doubt that it's coming back for me. But it's not the focus of what's happening here. The focus is, after feeling like I was sinking, I get to breathe. So I hope you like these pieces, both of them. And if you've ever felt this way yourself, you are definitely not alone. And I hope it's a breathing moment for you. Bye. If you like my art, or the art of any artist here on YouTube, please consider liking and subscribing. It really does help. Thanks!